Because here go the thing: if Pete, rich player, and all of them knew these things was going on, y'all just as guilty as he is. Has Pete been quiet when all this been hitting?
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, the Answer Man. We're going to get a breakdown of some of this paperwork. TA on the phone call with Pete. How does that implicate Joe? What's up with buying BBLs for people when they're not of age? We're going to get into all that, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Let's go.
All this fat joke and all this, cause that choke no joke. I don't take
Who
nothing he
that?
say
Hold on,
face
man.
value. Yeah, that choke no joke. I don't take nothing he say face value. Yeah, so I don't take nothing. What is it that's out there? What is it? What's the whole? Cause he talking about it's a wiretap. I don't believe it's a wiretap. Is
I
it
don't think it's a
recorded phone
wiretap.
calls or is it a wiretap? Which one is it?
I'm saying record a phone call. No wiretap.
So the paperwork he's reading, what is that? That's what, the civil suit?
Yeah, I
Civil
think
suit
that's
from
the
the
civil
TA
suit.
dude.
Yeah, I think that's the civil suit.
This is civil suit that the dude filed. So the recorded
Yeah.
phone calls came from dude. Where did he record the calls at? What state was he in? Because they're talking about the feds is coming. All these things factored in. You recorded a phone call in the two-party consent state. You can't use it anyway. So what state was the dude in when he recorded the phone call?
New York, and that's why they got slick Wack and just put the transcript and not the call in there. They
Well,
wrote it out.
what is New York? A one or two-party consent state? It's easy to find out.
Yeah, it says it's not. So one party consent state.
It's gonna tell you if it's one. New York is a one-party consent state.
Yeah, it says
All
one
right.
party. Only one party
Okay.
needs to consent to the recording.
All right. So New York is like Atlanta. They both one parties. So is it Fat Joe on here or who's on the recordings?
That first one is just
I think it's Pistol Pete.
like it's Pistol Pete and then the Percy dude. That's two.
Okay, and Pistol P saying what? Because me knowing Fat Joe, he don't let a nigga do nothing around him. So if a then went out and did whatever he did whatever he done did. So what did Pistol P do? He threatened. What he do?
Look like he pressing it for trying to line up the TA.
He pressing another for trying to line up. Who's TA? The dude that filed the civil suit?
The hype man. Yep.
Got you. So what Percy say?
He's saying that TAB with Percy because Percy he's missed.
Yeah, you breaking up. I'm trying to figure out, okay, what did Percy say? Percy say he wasn't gonna do it?
You can hear me now?
Yeah, so Percy told Pistol Pete what?
He wasn't gonna do it.
So now is Percy cooperating with the TA on his suit?
He can't. He did.
Percy dead.
Percy got remember
That's
last
the
year.
nigga got screwed up in the club.
In the heart. Yeah, he gone.
Oh, so he out of here. All right, so this is probably one of the reasons why dude waited to do what he gonna do. Percy probably wouldn't have went for it. All right, so is anything time Fat Joe and the Fat Joe told Pistol Pete to go this or do that or whatever?
I'm gonna say no, because Pistol Pete just saying they sent me, they. So he don't really say who they is.
Yeah, but they gonna use that because they gonna say Terror Squad is just like YSL, it's a gang.
Exactly. TS was mentioned a couple times, but it's during the whole conversation. He never said specifically TS sent me. He just saying like, I talked to them people and
Yeah, but what the issue at hand is what? He got information on who? Fat Joe, right?
right.
Yeah, so that's what they gonna tie it to.
I'm reading it
Was it
right now.
was it ever any attempts made on TA's life? The hype man's life?
Not that I can see right now.
It was just that Fat Joe filed a civil suit on him, right?
Right. The only thing I see is you got a bunch of Instagram from Pistol Pete, allegedly Pistol Pete and the TA going back and forth where they threatening. He threatening back and forth. It's a lot here.
Pistol Pete threatened TA
Yeah.
on a verbal or a text
On text. On
on more
IG
than one
story.
occasion.
More than one occasion.
And the TA filed charges on Pistol Pete?
This was that civil suit. I don't know anything criminal.
Oh, just all civil,
All
non-criminal.
civil, nothing criminal.
Is he suing Pistol Pete too?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
He's suing Pistol Pete and Fat Joe.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So that means Fat Joe. If Fat Joe disassociated from Pistol Pete yet?
I haven't seen it if he did. So he's suing Fat Joe, Pistol Pete, Rich Player, Erica, Juliana, Sneaker Addict Touring, Slate, Rock Nation, and says John Doe's 1 through 10, Jane Doe 1 through 10, and ABC Corporations 1 through 10.
He's suing Rock Nation for it. Rock Nation got to do with that.
That's a whole other rabbit hole.
They booked the shows or something?
Sounded them.
Yeah, but what the that mean? It's the same Tory Lanez was doing. He's screaming. I told him, why you keep screaming Rock Nation?
What about that hearsay portion where he just pumping Joe's name, but Joe not on the call?
Who's pumping Joe's name?
Pete?
Yeah, Pete gonna have to answer for that.
Mm.
He gonna have to answer for that. The fact that he put, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me read you a couple pieces of it so you can kind of see. This from Pistol P says, no, that's fine. He's right. As long as he keep himself away. Talking about the TA nigga. As he don't come around the hood because he can't come around the hood. It's all good. My loyalty is to Joe. My thing is, if you violated Joe and you with Joe, I would expect and think that Percy's loyalty is to Joe.
Nah, Percy's loyalty was to himself. He wasn't involving himself in nothing, nigga. If you gonna handle your business, handle your business. You calling me for it.
Let me read you one more. It's from Pistol P. It says, no, I got you, Pierce. I get it, though. I get it. Listen, like I said, I only reached out to you because the way they said it, I said, well, that should be easy. If he be around Pierce all the time and Pierce is down with us, then that's a no-brainer. And this is Percy saying, it's Pierce in the transcript, but it's really Percy. It says, yes, but I'm not ever doing that. I will bring him for a conversation, but I won't, don't bring him. I'm not ever doing that. I will bring him for a conversation, but I would never bring him for a nigga to try to pound him out. I'm never doing that. If you want to catch him and pound him out, they got to do that on their own. I'm never going to line him out like that.
Yeah, I went through that with the realest. Same with the realest and Suge and them. Same. Called me Wack. Seen the realest? I said, he with me right now. Man, we need to holler at him down at the road. Could you bring him up here? I said, we'll come up there. Got up there, got to the second floor, got to locking doors. I said, hold on, bro, what y'all doing? Nah, man, that ain't happening. But that ain't happening. You told me to bring him up here. You need to holler at him. You didn't tell me to bring him up here so y'all can do something to him. With me, not gonna do nothing to him. I whipped out. So, you know, whatever we gonna do, we gonna get to it. Or we gonna walk out of here. Y'all catch him, y'all catch him. But nigga, what y'all doing right now, that ain't solid, homie. Yeah, you know, so I respect Percy. That must have been his guy. He got a relationship with whatever you got going on, you got going on.
And not only that, he's saying you have to let the politicking because you was running your mouth about Joe too, Pete, on the internet. So what the f you trying to press TA for? You should have got your DP too.
Oh, Percy say that, hold on.
Let me get it for you. I got you.
He was on the internet talking crazy about Joe?
Mm-hmm. So you should have got your DP too. By that definition.
Oh, this must have been in the early 2000s. I bet it was probably around 6, 7. Dude was trying to get a label deal.
Because he questioning Percy loyalty, right? That's what Percy told the nigga. He said, my loyalty don't got to be questioned here. Never, not one time. You went on the internet and violated Joe. Nobody pounded you out. What you talking about? Pistol P. Nobody ever violated Joe. What are you talking about? Percy. Yes, you did. You went on the internet and violated Joe. You violated Khaled. You forgot? Did you forget? Pistol Pete. DJ Khaled? Yes, but I never violated Joe. Percy. You violated Joe too, bro. You violated Joe too.
Mm.
And see, this is the point where I'm talking about he pumping Joe name. This is Pistol Pete. He says, Percy, listen, I'm only talking to you, Percy, because Joe was like, yo, nah, crazy. Pierce is loyal to me. Nah, give him a call.
So now he's insinuating, dude is loyal to me, give him a call to line old boy up. That's what he insinuating.
Mm-hmm.
Pete's insinuating Joe saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know how that conspiracy work.
And but the boy, the TA say wasn't never no attempts on his life, right?
I haven't even got that far yet to really say that. I'm just looking at the Instagram with him going back and forth with Pete, and allegedly this is Joe's Instagram. They going back and forth with, and they popping it. So actual attempt, can't confirm that yet.
Wait. Joe was communicating with dude on his Instagram?
Allegedly,
Nah, he ain't that. Joe ain't that slow.
Oh my God!
according to this lawsuit. Let me read this real quick. That's what I'm saying. It's civil, but you know how them people word. It's easy verifiable to see who's who, and it's reading like it's his Instagram account. They even authenticated it themselves and everything.
Yeah, who's his minor? If any of these women came to the table, he keep talking about these minors. Joe got a BBL for, bought a house for, and was living on the same street as his wife. And
So
who?
that's the Jane Doe 1 through 10 that he put up. Ain't no names on it. I haven't seen
Mm.
it come out on them yet.
So the women haven't popped up yet.
I haven't seen one. Anybody seen one?
Yeah, see, that's where you will see criminal kick in. If the police, this shit got their attention, they'll go find them women. You get what I'm saying? Remember, Diddy started civil too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll go find them women. Them women get to confirming that happened when they was underage. Then you'll
hmm
see a criminal pop up.
You know what the issue is, Wack? So TA is alleging that Fat Joe got a burner phone. In the paperwork, he lists the burner phone number, also the Instagram account that Joe is allegedly communicating to him through the burner phone. So with that burner phone is what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, because he's saying he brought, I ain't mistaken, she got somebody at BBL. Now, I don't know if this happened out of country. And then somebody brought one of my house on the same block as his wife. So if he brought somebody a house, that means that's Florida. That means they in state. I don't know if that's a underage woman, female, or a woman. I don't know. Yes, it's a lot going on. I think this might lead to something. Okay, here's the thing. Well, I'm hearing if somebody he brought a house for on the same block as his wife, then I'm hearing this. I don't know if that's a grown woman or underage female. Then I'm hearing it's a female that was 15 years old that he paid for a BBL for that he was dealing with. Those are two things that I'm hearing. I don't know if it's some more.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah, it's definitely more. Let me find those first two. We can go over the other shit.
Now, if dude got that phone number
Oh, it's in here.
and he turns it up, see the fact that it's civil and it's loud like this, and he got recordings,
hmm
and the recordings have been transcribed, and they can go back and track that phone number, that history, and I think at this point in time, it's a witch hunt to find the women. If any of them women is disgruntled, if he didn't cross any of them or he didn't kick them to the curb, it's gonna be another situation. Because if the police could get in them women to collaborate, anything dude said, they gonna book him.
And it says, due to minor two's body being adolescent and not fully formed, defendant paid for her to get a BBL. Minor Doe 2
That's
eventually
just
left.
crazy.
That's fucking insane. Wait, is that insane? Was it like, ain't that the last person
Yes.
that BBL at
No,
15?
so instead of the girl ain't developed. How does that work, R&B?
How the
That
fuck?
part, Wax.
The
She ain't
nigga
even
said
developed yet. Why get her a
the
BBL? She
15 year
ain't.
You know it's
old wasn't
crazy.
developed.
That's
So
fucking
he went and got
crazy.
her a BBL. But you
Yeah,
know
that
she's
is
still
crazy.
going to develop. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
She's still going to 16, 17, 18, 22. So now she's going to be developing under the BBL. So that's crazy.
check this part out. It says she eventually left him and is now married to a professional athlete.
Oh.
It said what?
Mm,
It says she eventually left him and is now married to a professional athlete.
professional. Mm. So how old is she now?
I mean, she ain't no telling where, yeah, how far back this go, bro. This shit
Right.
crazy. But here go the
That's
thing.
insane.
It was Pistol Pete and all them around when this was going on with the girl.
So here's the issue, Act. They saying they got a recorded conversation of the 15-year-old cousin describing in detail how inappropriate it was for him to be with her cousin. It's not the same as the actual victim, but that's the one he was paying.
But was these dudes around?
Yeah, this was the so Percy TA.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beginning.
Oh. But I don't think Pete was around in the beginning.
Pete wasn't around in the beginning. Pete dropped off TA, left TA with Percy and them niggas, and then Pete did his own thing for a while. And then apparently he told TA to be a rapper. TA wanted to be the hype man, did his thing overseas. So TA was a lot closer to Joe than what people thinking he was from the paperwork. So
Because here go the thing. If Pete, rich player, and all of them knew these things was going on, y'all just as guilty as he is. Has Pete been quiet when all this been hitting? Or has he said something?
I ain't seen a peep out of him except for this where they talking about the Tony Ayo interview. That's it.
Wait, he responded to Yayo or something?
Looked like they responding on these in this text message thread on the phone call. He called him a fed, basically.
Pay attention to the Joe and Jada show. If it
Mm.
goes away, they spooked.
All right, you already said my 2 cents on the video prior, but you already know if Wack speak on it, it's going to be much more visible. So this sounds like old news, and I don't care if it's Bill Cosby, Diddy, any of these dudes. It's always some 10, 15 year ago stuff, and it's the same stuff Cat Williams was talking about. And it's like them skeletons in the closet. They couldn't get rid of the skeletons, and it eventually that dog is going to hunt. I don't know who's next. I don't know what's going on. Tyler Perry, I don't know. So we'll keep you posted, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope a lot of this is fabricated and unfounded. But so far, where there's smoke, there's been some fire. So we will see. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, man. It's your boy. We out.